What's up YouTube? For tonight's video we have a full trade evolution team. Now this one is for Patreon. If you like your theme team done, you can check it out in the description of the video under the Patreon link. Jeremy, this one is for you. Now people, real quick, make sure you check out the Yellow Soul link. I dropped that episode yesterday. If you haven't seen it already, it is a blast. Go check it out. Do me a solid, guys. Go give it a like and a comment on there. And let's get into this video. Now, I actually already thought I did this theme team already, but I did a trade evolution item team, so I haven't actually done this one. I know a lot of you will probably think, oh, you've already done this one before, but I actually haven't. Now, the question of the day, people, leave a comment below. What was the very first Pokemon you got traded? Just leave it below, people. For me, the very first Pokemon I got traded was a Machoke, and that was in Pokemon Yellow when we were trying to do the very first link cable trades. But I really like to know what yours would be. All right, this is a battle on my Discord. Now, the Discord, my new Discord, people, is in the description of the video. If you want to battle me and stuff and hang out there, I'll leave that there. I take battles there every day now. So we have a battle on my Discord against Joshy. So we got a Cincina lead and Hide My Stelgor lead. So I'm going to swap into Gorgeist. I want to save my Stelgor strategy for a little bit later. You might be able to guess what that one is, but more on that set as we get into it. So this was a max health, max attack Gorgeist. Supersized Gorgeist. We've got Trick or Treat and Shadow Sneak for obvious reasons. Turn the opponent into a ghost type and then use a super effective Shadow Sneak. I've also got Rock Slide and Rocky MZ for ice and fire type. So we've got Seed Bomb as well. So it's more of an offensive Gorgeist. Right, so we got the big bad Podgy coming in here. It's going to go for the Brave Bird against me. And unfortunately for my Gorgeist, it actually crits me and takes me out in one shot. So my Gorgeist gets wrecked by a Pidgey. Oh man, I can't lie, I wanted that one to happen. So Pidgey takes a buttload of damage there. However, I do have the Golem swap in. Now, Golem gets some pretty interesting special moves, so I wanted to bring my Golem across. This was a max special attack, max speed Golem. We've got Rock Polish, Ancient Power to get that scummy boost, Earth Power and Fire Blast as well for some grass types. We've got Sturdy and Weakness Policy as the strategy here. Right, so I'm not really liking this matchup too much, so I'm going to swap into my Machamp. This is a special attacking Machamp. However, I actually had a different item, the choice specs on this time. I run the Assault Vest on this one for a little bit more bulk, and so I could use some other moves on it as well, besides being locked into one move. So we got a Mud Slap. This is like a Bright Powder Scumbag Mud Slap Cincedo. So obviously the idea is to drop the opponent's accuracy and just keep spamming Mud Slap and whatever other like accuracy lowering moves they actually have. So I'm going to take that out with a Focus Miss. Thank goodness that lands, and because I had no guard. And we got the Heracross coming in. So I've actually got Fire Blast in this set. Heracross is going to be a special set too, which is really good to see. Good to see special Heracross. It does some pretty good damage to me, considering I've actually got max health and an Assault Vest attached. So I do about 3/4 to Heracross. I'm really happy with that damage. I'm just going to go for another Fire Blast again. The Heracross obviously can go for Focus Misses here. The good thing about the Heracross versus in the matchup, well, for the Heracross, it's never going to miss Focus Miss because I've got no guard. So taking the Heracross out with the Fire Blast, and I take that one. So that's pretty good. So I'm off to a pretty nice start at the moment. This is where the battle started entering. So we have the Perugly coming out. Now I thought, well, I can go for a Vacuum Wave here, get some nice priority damage on the Perugly. Does over half health, which is really nice. And now it's going to go for the Hypnosis. Unfortunately for me, since I'm no guard, it's going to be able to always hit, right? So my Machamp's asleep. I was thinking, well, there's not real much point me swapping this out, right? Because it's on low health. The only thing I can really do is go for Vacuum Wave when I swap it in anyway, so I may as well just sack it and go for Vacuum Wave again. Alright, so I'm going to stay asleep now. Perugly on my sleep is going to go for the Substitute. So that's cool. It's got a Substitute up, and it's also got Leftovers as well, so I'm like, okay. It's got Hypnosis and Substitute. What other moves is this actually going to have? So I went for the Vacuum Wave again, however, I am still asleep. So sleeping for 2 turns. That kind of sucks. It's like, I might be able to wake up the next turn. That should be pretty good. So Perugly is going to go for the Swagger on my Machamp. That's going to confuse me and give me a +2 an attack. The only thing I'm a little bit worried about is if I do hit myself in confusion, I'm definitely going to go down. Right, so a bit more leftover recovery for the Perugly, and it's got a Substitute up. I was wondering what its other move was going to be. So I went for Vacuum Wave again, and I'm asleep for 3 turns in a freaking row. Normally, I'd always swap out on the first turn, but in this case, I didn't see, there was no much point there. So now it's going to go for the Assist. And that's going to grab a move on the opponent's team, a random one, and it's going to be the Shockwave. I'm like, oh, I'm going to be able to lift this one because I got Assault Vest. So that's not going to do monkeys to my Machamp, and the Perugly is going to get a little bit more leftover recovery. Now I'm going to hope that I can pray and wake up and get a Vacuum Wave off. I actually got the confusion. I finally wake up, And I actually don't hit myself in confusion, so that was really good. Able to get rid of the substitute on the Purugly, which is really nice too. So the substitute is going to fade away. Now Purugly's going to go for the assist again. And out of all the moves it gets Hyper Beam. Like, oh man, I'm not going to live that one. So that's definitely on Machamp down. Guys, that's stab Hyper Beam, right? So Machamp is going to definitely go down to that one. However, the Purugly is now a little bit in a bit of a dangerous position because I can swap in a Pokemon while it is on recharge. So it's got over half health. I thought this would be a nice opportunity to swap in my physical Alakazam. So we've got Choice Band on this one. So we've got Choice Band, Knockoff, Psycho Cut, and Trick. And man, that Choice Band Drain Punch, well, that's just broken. So Purugly is going to go down, and it never would have. I would have actually liked to see if that would have one-shot it. I actually don't think it would have. So now we've got the Chingling coming in, sensing a scummy Cosmic Power set. I would have loved to have tricked this thing a Choice Band, but since I'm locked into Drain Punch, I've got to swap out. So I've got to swap in something equally as scummy, my Trapping Gengar set. So we've got, on the swapper, Cosmic Power coming from the Chingling, like I thought it would be. So we've got Mean Look on this Gengar set, Perish Song, Protect, and Substitute. Obviously, the Curse Body ability and max health and max speed is this time. I don't need anything in its special attack or attack, right? And I've got Black Sludge as the item too. So the obviously the point here is to trap the opponent with Mean Look and then use the Perish Song. So I needed to get rid of this Chingling before I got too many Cosmic Powers up. So going for the Perish Song. And that's going to be bad. So obviously you stall out the opponent right until the very last turn of Perish Song, and then you swap out, you can swap into the other one of the Pokemon. So here I was thinking, well, I don't really want to swap out my Golem into it because it's going to get shredded. Same with the Selgor. The only real swap into this Pokemon would be my Alakazam. Not the bulkiest Pokemon in the world, but if it does have stored power, which it most likely always does, that's going to be my best swap in. And I know that I'll be able to live that one, even though it'll take a fair bit of damage. So I've got the Substitute up. That's just going to fade. That's fine. Basically, the Protector Substitute just stalls out those couple of turns. And the Black Sludge allows you to get another Substitute up, which is pretty nice. So we're down to 2 turns here. And now I'm going to go for another Substitute. I didn't want to really reveal Protect at the moment, just in case I was going to use it, Perish Song and Protect down the line. So we got the Chingling going for another Carmine. So obviously they know they're not going to be able to take my Gengar out, and they know that I'm going to swap into another Pokemon, right? So it'd be best for them to go for a Carmine to boost their special attack and special defense, and bolstering the attack power of the Cosmic Power or Carmine stored power set. So it's going into Alakazam now. This is really my only swap in, otherwise I'm going to get one-shotted. This still does a lot of damage to Alakazam, even though being not very effective. And thank goodness Chingling doesn't have the highest base special attack in the world. Otherwise, I definitely would have gone down to that one. So Chingling is down, and we've got 2 Pokemon left, being the Pidgey. Now, I reckon this is a Choice Scarf set, so I'm thinking here I'm going to actually swap out. And I was worried that it could have Pursuit too. However, we got the Gengar coming in just to tank the hit. It didn't really matter too much, and it's going to go for the U-turn. I was thinking, that was good. I was actually happy to lose Gengar at this point, and I actually get the Curse Body kicking in, which is nice too. So I didn't really need Gengar too much. I mean, it would be really handy on the last Pokemon. I could use the Perish Song, but I thought it was expendable at this point in the game. So now we've got Drapion coming in. I was thinking, well, any kind of dark move is going to be able to take me out like really, really easy here. However, we have the Drapion swap out, and we have the Pidgey coming in again. So Pidgey already Shrek one of my Pokemon earlier. I decided to stay in and go for the Perish Song, right? Because I thought, if they want to swap out the Drapion, they're going to have to swap into a Pidgey. And, Pidgey isn't what you call the most bulkiest Pokemon in the world, right? So getting some Black Sludge recovery, I can go for the Substitute and the Protect combo here to stall out this Pidgey. But I thought, I've got to keep it in first. So it can use U-turn, but I don't think it's going to use U-turn. It's going to use some sort of Dark type move or Brave Bird, right? So now it's going to go for the Pursuit, which is fine. Since I'm running max health, I'm going to be able to live that one, and it's a Pidgey as well. I get a Curse Body on the Pursuit. Now, if it was choices I thought it would, the Pidgey would start using Struggle now, right? So we've got the 2 turns of Perish Song up. Now I can go for the Substitute again. I've got enough health due to that Black Sludge and stuff from earlier. So Pidgey is going to have no moves left. It's locked into that Choice Scarf or Choice Band. I'm guessing it was Choice Scarf. And it's going to hit itself with recoil damage too. And it's not going to break my Gengar's Substitute. Now, I thought about this for a second. I thought I could swap out, but I'm not going to. I'm actually going to let my Gengar die here because I've still got my Selka as a little hidden ace on my team. So just going for that again. I could use any move. It didn't really matter. Pidgey is going to go down to the Mean Look Perish Song strategy, and so is my Gengar. That's fine. I didn't want my Selka to take any more damage as well because, as you probably guessed, I'm going to go for the final Gambit. So we got a double KO there. The last Pokemon is Drapion. Now, Drapion is a fairly bulky Pokemon, so I knew Alakazam was probably going to struggle to get through it. Golem was a special set, and, it wasn't exactly the most hardest hitter in the world, so Selga was really my best option to take out the Drapion, and that's just why I sacked my Gengar there. So I'm just going for the final Gambit, max health, max speed, and that is Drapion down. Man, if that had Focus Sash, that'd be so good. That'd be so bad. I hope you guys enjoyed this first battle. Don't go away, this next battle is amazing. So we got a interesting theme team here in the next battle. See if you guys can guess it. It becomes abundantly clear as the battle goes on. So, a lot of the time, right, I was leading off with this physical Alakazam. It's absolutely terrible, but this battle, it actually did really, really well. It shined, people. It shined. So we got the Rotom Oven as a lead, right? So I went for the trick. I thought, maybe they're going to go for some sort of like status move or something like that. Or they could go for Overheat. If they do go for that, they'll be going for a Choice Band Overheat. I get the Light Clay and they go for the Light Screen. So that was really good. So they're going to be locked into the Light Screen. So they're going to have to swap out, unless they want to take repeated Psycho Cuts from my physical Alakazam. So obviously the Oven's got to swap out, and now we got the normal Rotom coming in. Maybe you can guess what the team is now. So go for the Psycho Cut. Even without the Choice Band, it still does, I guess, okay damage. Now I can go for a knockoff on this one, and that's going to take out the Rotom. Man, physical Alakazam is so hype at the moment. So takes out the Rotom there, and I knock off the Focus Band. That's scum! Not that I can talk, I've run it too. So we got the Rotom Fridge coming in. I can go for the Drain Punch here, which is going to do some amazing. I would have loved to have the Choice Band there. That would have done some nice damage. Does about half to the Rotom Fridge, which is good. Now, Rotom Fridge is going to go for the Shadow Ball against my Alakazam. Alakazam is obviously very, very frail, so it only just hangs on there. It's got okay special defense, though, but yeah, it's definitely going to go down in the next hit. So I can go for the Drain Punch here, or I can go for a Psycho Cut Crit. However, we have the Fridge swapping out, and now we have another Rotom coming in, which is Rotom Fan. Now, Rotom Fan is going to be able to resist this Drain Punch rather nicely, and it's only going to do a little bit of damage to it. So, I guess it obviously wouldn't have had a Focus Sash, so they wouldn't have swapped it in. So, I guess a bit of damage is better than nothing, right? So, the Light Screen wears off. Not that it really mattered at all. However, we have the Choice Scarf on this set, definitely to outspeed my Alakazam, and that's the Rotom Fan taking out my Alakazam. So yeah, that's down, but a pretty, Alakazam essentially revealed, 4 of the Pokemon on this team. That was amazing, and took out one and badly damaged the other. So now swapping in Gorgeist. This was a sort of a risky matchup, because I wanted to see what they had. Did they have Overheat on this set or not? It does have Overheat. Most of the time it does, but I was thinking maybe it was like a trolley set that didn't have it, so I kept it in. I was going to go for the Rock Slide, Rocky MZ Rock Slide. However, my Gorgeist is not going to be able to live that one, and that is down. I guess that's not too bad, because now I can swap in my own Golem, and they're going to have to swap out there since they're locked into Overheat, right? Choice Band and Overheat. So now we have the Golem is going to come into this one. I actually went for another one, obviously, to burn off my Sturdy. I went for the Rock Polish here, and I'm going to get boost my speed. So on this one, I got max special attack and max speed. So after Rock Polish, I'm usually outspeeding most things, right? I've got weakness policy as the item, so I'm hoping to get a special attack, super effective move used against my Golem, tank that one with my Sturdy, and to continue to sweep, right? However, that wasn't the case. I did take some damage earlier on. So going for the Ancient Power, just misses the kill on the Rotom. I get a critical hit, which is really nice there. And now, it didn't actually really matter with the critical hit, because there's got to be a 2-hit KO to take it out anyway. So that's Rotom down, which is nice. I get an Ancient Power boost, so special Golem, guys. Special Golem. So I get a special attack boost, which is nice. I mean, it's not a weakness policy, but I guess it's still a start, right? Even with Golems getting like a +2 or +1 in special attack, it does not hit very hard. So now we got Rotom Wash coming in. I was really scared of this Pokemon towards really, really strong Pokemon. So going for the Ancient Power, it practically does nothing against it. And now the Hydro Pump is definitely going to take out Golem, no questions asked. And that is down. So I've got to get rid of the Rotom Wash, right? It's a very threatening Pokemon to my team, right? So I really only had one option here. I had to use the Selgor and Final Gambit. There was nothing I could do to this. It's bulky. It's got nice offense. There's nothing I can really do. So going for the Final Gambit on the Rotom, and that's going to take it out in one shot, which is good. I had no choice there to burn up my Selgar, unfortunately. So I've got 2 Pokemon remaining. They've got 3 left. We've got the Rotom Oven that's got a Choice Band from earlier on. and we got the Rotom fridge, which we've already seen. I wonder what the last one is, guys. So now we got the Rotom fridge coming in. I've got my Machamp. So this is a Salt Vest. I was actually quite, I was in a pretty good position right now because I can go for the Fire Blast, right? So they're going to go for Uproar. It does donkeys, going for the Focus Miss on the fridge, and I knew this one would be enough to take it out, so that's Rotom fridge down. So it's a 2-0 at the moment. It's a pretty dang close battle. So I've got the Rotom Mower left. I've got Fire Blast for that, and it didn't go as smoothly as I hoped. So now we got the Rotom Mower going for the Rain Dance. Man, they must have predicted my Fire Blast. That was definitely the reason, right? So the Rain is up on the field. I can go for the Fire Blast. It's going to be weakened by the Rain, but really I don't have much to hit it outside of Fire Blast or Hidden Power Ice. So I've got the Fire Blast. It's about it could even be a 4-hit KO on minimum damage. Now we have the Rotom going for the Thunder, which is going to do some big damage to my Machamp. But I do tank that due to the Salt Vest. So I get paralyzed, which is annoying because unfortunately I could have got another attack off there, which would have been a Fire Blast or a Hidden Power Ice. And then I was going to go for the Vacuum Wave to try and take it out. But to no avail there. I really needed to actually take that one out with a Machamp, and it's going to take me out with the Thunder. My last Pokemon is my Gengar. As you guys know, this is the Perisong trapping set. Now, obviously, I hadn't revealed this to the very end. Like, a lot of time, I probably should have used Gengar a little bit earlier on, but I thought my Machamp would actually come out on top in that matchup, and then I could have trapped them in the end. So anyway, we got the Rotom going for Thunder. I'm trying to stall out this Rain at the moment in case the the Rotom has to rely on like a dodgy accuracy Thunder, but the Rain is still around. Now we got the Rotom Oven coming in. So I'm going to go for the Perishong. That's like bugger it. This is my last Pokemon. I'm going to see if I can take another Pokemon with me, right? So at that point where I only had Machamp and Gengar left, right, guys, I was thinking I can definitely draw this battle if I take out the Rotom Mower, right? Because as you guys know, I've got the only way to take Pokemon out with this Gengar is the Perishong, right? So it's basically an eye for an eye. So I was hoping I could force a draw. Unfortunately, we got the Rotom going for it over here. I've got the max health, and I just leave that one on 26 health. I was like, I wonder if I can just take this one Pokemon out and see if I can actually take this one. So I've got a Perish count of 2. Now the Rotom can take me out with another Overheat. I'm just going to go for Protect here to stall out another turn. Now the Black Sludge is going to give me a little bit more recovery. Now the Rotom's going to go for another Overheat to try and take me out. Even with like a -2, that's going to be enough to take me out. And Asta's jumping at my door at the moment. So the Perish count has fallen down to 1. I'm just going to go for the Substitute. I just get it off on 5 health. And now the Rotom is going to go for Overheat. It misses. And we are both going to go down. And that is basically the game. It's basically that point when Machamp got paralyzed. I feel I could have got enough damage to basically take it out and then force the draw. So the best I could have done in that battle was a draw, but a really cool theme team. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Make sure you check out the bonus battle at the end. It's crazy.